The big live stream is today. New details on the carnivorous plant. An in-game assets look at Genesis Part 2 creatures. ARK Ultimate Edition announced. And is ARK 2 going to be on Unreal Engine 5? You're right kids, it's Ras Clark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around and let's get into it. So the big news, of course, the live stream, the big reveal for Genesis Part 2 that we haven't seen yet. I've covered this to death in 2 previous videos, go check them out, link in the description. And I'll just quickly recap for those that missed it. Around 8:30 PM GMT, 1:15 PM Pacific. As said, the lead community manager for Wildcard advised they have got a slot on Twitch Gaming Weekly where they are going to go into detail on things we haven't seen in Genesis Part 2 yet. If you're already on Twitch, go check out my previous video on where you can watch this, but if you want to watch this live with me, I am going to be putting this on my YouTube channel later, and I'll be joined by a special guest as we discuss Genesis 2 leading up to the stream, and of course, discuss and offer our opinions after the stream. So please do keep an eye on this channel around that time, and I'll see you there. So the carnivorous that we covered a few weeks ago that Wildcard teased, and we didn't know too much about apart from it obviously being able to grab creatures. My suspicions were that this was going to be something you were going to find out in the wild, and I was curious as to whether you could grow this yourself. Well, it's sort of been confirmed. Nakatus, the developer of the mod map Fjorda and was involved with Valguero, popped out a tweet that I can't find now, so I'm wondering whether it's since been deleted. However, the community saved this and sent this on. And this is what we're looking at. It seems to be part of the dev kit. But of course you can see the carnivorous plant in 3 different stages. And of course the big one being we can see it in its seed stage. Possibly confirming that we are going to be able to plant these and grow these ourselves. So there you have it, you're going to own your own giant Venus flytraps, ready to trap any unwilling survivor or creatures. Is it related to the tentacle we saw in the tech crop plot? Probably not, they don't look very similar. So it seems there's going to be at least 2 new different crops you can grow in Genesis Part 2. If you didn't catch my video and breakdown on the carnivorous plant, go check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. But I'm very much looking forward to this, how it's going to work, and especially this Rockwell tentacle, where I've got my own theories, where it's going to act like a cross between an X-plant and the orbs that Rockwell shoots in the boss fights. All food for thought, but it's great to hear we might be able to own this giant Venus flytrap soon. So in my last news video, we covered a picture of the Shadowmane that was classed as a screenshot by Wildcard, but doing some digging we found it was actually fan art, which is somewhat a half-truth, as a friend of his got in touch with me to explain how he created this and what he found. So from my understanding, he technically used the assets that were used for the chibis you can have in the game, and then brought them up to scale to reveal a few things, including of course its sprint animation, and even more curiously for me, its swimming animation. We know of course the asset name for the Shadowmane is Lionfish Lion, and a lot of people suspect this is going to have some aquatic features. It even possesses a fin-like tail. But nevertheless, it's great to see an in-game working model of the Shadowmane. But it doesn't stop there. We're treated to an in-game running animation of the Noglin, and it seems to be a little sprinting demon, which kind of makes sense if you saw this at the end of the trailer, being able to zip around pretty damn quick, and it needs to. If it has the ability to mind control people, it needs to be able to sprint up to people as quick as it can to mind control them and take over them to create chaos. If you've not seen my video on the Noglin, go check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. But I'm really interested to see how this one is going to use its mind controlling features to take over creatures and survivors, with survivors in particular being something I'm really interested in. How is it going to operate and how OP is it going to be? Could you essentially take over survivors to inside their own tribes? Probably not, but the theories are endless. And I hope we get to see this today in the live stream. If not, we are going to know a lot more, of course, on the launch day, June the 2nd. And a huge credit to the ARK Survival Evolved Theories Discord. The people who found these assets and the Carniflora assets all came from here. So please go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description. so Unreal Engine, the mind behind so many blockbuster games. It's a very interesting concept, with the developers allowing free use of the engine until said game makes their first million, at which point they have to pay Unreal Engine 5%. Now of course, if you don't know, ARK Survival Evolved was built on Unreal Engine 3, which of course was improved, optimised as time went on. Now of course, ARK 2 is coming in 2022, and a lot of people are suspecting whether it's going to be released on Unreal Engine 4 or Unreal Engine 5. Well, the team released a video last night, going through some of the advantages this insane engine is going to offer, including dynamic animation, light, optimized 4K resolution, sound editing. It's looking very cool. And to note, this video in particular was recorded on PS5 and Xbox Series X. But what they went into detail on, which I believe is going to affect ARK 2, is 1. Unreal Engine 4 assets can be upgraded to Unreal Engine 5, but 2. The big news in my opinion, they're targeting this engine to be ready by early 2022. Now of course, ARK 2 is pending for the same year. However, if they don't have full access to Unreal Engine 5 until Unreal Engine's release date, which is at the moment early 2022, but could of course be pushed back, that's going to have a knock-on effect to ARK 2, which in my opinion confirms a very late 2022 release date for ARK 2, possibly 2023. The developers are going to need a lot of time with this engine, but they're certainly going to want to use this and take full advantage. Why release your game on old hat engines when your competitors are using the latest and greatest stuff out there around your release date? They are going to use Unreal Engine 5. And in which case I'd be getting nervous on that 2022 release date. So today, and thank you to Jade Plays Games who dropped me a link to this just as I was wrapping up the video. ARK Ultimate Survival Edition is out on Xbox and available to download at a pretty decent price of $49.99, including every single map in ARK, including of course the forthcoming Genesis Part 2. Wildcard even went to town on creating some new artwork and a new trailer for this special occasion, with the trailer of course carrying us through time in every map they've released: the Island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, Genesis 1, and of course the forthcoming Genesis Part 2. It's certainly a great homage to the ARK we've known over the years, and I'll leave the full trailer at the end of the video, which ended with some new artwork, bringing everything that's developed into ARK over the years into one picture. We've got of course the primitive days of old, the Raptor, the upgrade into tech evolution in the Tech Rex, the arrival of Aberration with Rock Drakes, and of course Feroxes in Genesis Part 1, and not forgetting the Shadowmane that everyone is suspecting is going to be the new tame to get in Genesis Part 2. All complete with a new gold Ultimate Survivor Edition ARK logo. If you don't own ARK, I don't know why you're watching this, but if you are, this is your chance now to get everything for one relatively decent price. There's no news if PC or PlayStation are going to get a version themselves, but I'm really hopeful that we do. It's certainly a great time with this last map to bring on anyone new and wondering what ARK is all about, wrapped up within this Ultimate Edition. I hope you all enjoyed this. Are you tuning into the stream later? Drop a comment below, let me know. I'll see you there. My name's Ross Clark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.